Hey everybody, we get started in just a second. Let me get the shared out on everything.
So lost, the line has been crossed for the last time, and I'm not in my phone. Help you find your way back. Stars contract you when you fade into black. Our time is jaded, and I can't change it. If you wanna take it back, you can. But just remember that I know you're right. Stifle my words so you'll be it. Tell myself it doesn't hurt. It's too much to fix with your touch. Won't even convince me with love. I just can't win or lose with you. So tell me, what do I do? I'm always locked up in my head, trying my best to forget what you said. You said I know, try to forget what you said. Letting go, try to forget what you said. It's too much to fix with your touch. Won't even convince me with love. I'm always locked up in my head, trying my best to forget what you said.
Hey everybody, welcome on in. How y'all doing today? Let's get these tunes turned down to an appropriate level, the way it won't bother you. And you'll notice it being a little bit dark on the left side of the room. Twofold reason. Number one, my light broke because that's just how my year has gone. So I got to buy a new light. But also, y'all can see the new Klingon thing we got in the background. We actually got that for Christmas, which is pretty cool. I've got so much clutter back there at this point. My stream updates and backgrounds have to be updated. But we're going to go through all the things today, and including event store currency. We'll show y'all where free-to-play are currently at. Spoilers before counting today's event. Free-to-play are at 99,000. That's for level 40 and above. And we'll go over my conversation with Obsidian Hamster that I had on Thursday, breaking down into detail where the issues are, and I'll actually show you where those issues are here on the stream today. So you should be able to leave this stream very well informed for your alliance, your server, etc. In fact, I would encourage you to invite your friends in, your server mates, so that they can know as well, because as we've discussed before, change only happens when people come frustrated and with knowledge. And I hope to give you both of those things by the end of this video. I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger. And then, of course, I'm going to go through all my daily clicks. So that's also a thing. That's also a thing. We're going to do all those and more in today's Sunday edition of the Star Trek Fleet Command YouTube show. And hopefully y'all are having a fantastic day. Virtual Army, great to see you. Peter, Wade, Dale, Vin, John, Kal-El, Irwin, Crusader, everybody. You know what? If you're listening here, there's probably already 100 people here. Feel free to shout out your servers or give your server a shout out too. I want to remind everybody, I usually mention this at the end of these streams. I'll mention at the beginning. We do what I personally love doing, town halls, which means that I'm more than happy to come to your server, jump in voice chat, sit there for an hour or so and answer questions. Doesn't matter if you're on server 37, I'm just picking random numbers, or server 708, right? If you would like to have that, if you believe your players or even yourself will benefit, more than happy to work with your server. Shout out to server 92, server 74, 140, 70, 38, 63, 133, 143. Wow. Y'all aren't coming really quick with the surveys today, but that's okay. Oh, shout out to server 37. Bam, look, I said it and there they are. It's like they appeared into existence the moment that I spoke them into existence. I'm going to call in on this real quick. Oh no, in. Let me claim that formation armada spot. I don't want to miss it. Bam. Also, if y'all notice this new weird error where the circles aren't matching up with the formation armadas, I know it's weird, but yeah, whatever. But this has been happening pretty consistently as a bug. So, you know what? I'm going to grab this. I'm pretty sure it's been reported. I'm going to report it myself just because it's annoying. Bugs are annoying. Bugs be annoying. All right, there we go. I threw it up there just to make sure they knew. Josh, I'm doing okay, man. I'm a dad trying to support a family. What can I say? But I appreciate just being here. I appreciate the opportunity to hang out with y'all and share with y'all the conversations I've been having with live ops and community management team. Share with y'all some of the plans, and then also share with you the Klingon battle cruiser I got to build if anybody's interested, because I'm really excited about that. I had fun doing that during yesterday's stream. We had a 7-hour stream on Twitch yesterday, and the first 3 hours of that was building a Klingon D7 from the original series, which it was just heckin' fun to me. At the end of the day, find something that's heckin' fun for you. And yes, I'm a grown man about to turn 35 who likes Legos. Judge me if you want to. I don't care. I enjoy it. So makes me happy. Honestly, that's all that matters. So I had a great time. I hope y'all are having a great weekend as well, though. Let me go ahead and start doing my collections. Got to get all these collected on in as we get ready for a long day of work. So you love Lego and you're 47. Well, you know what, James? Now I feel better. Now I feel better because do you know, James, there are people who will try to shame us for being like, oh, you're a grown up. Why are you playing with kids' toys? It's like a puzzle. It's a 3D puzzle. Do you hate your grandmother who puts together puzzles in the nursing home? How dare you? I just remember what I needed to do. I just remembered I have to go do Apex. And guess what we're doing together as a family today? Apex. I'm actually going to swap it around. I'm going to use my Pylum. Why am I going to use my Pylum, you might ask? Well, logic is simple. I'm going to use my Pylum so that I can take advantage of the loot boost of its ability. It's up and spend Matt's weekend for me. I'm also doing that. I'm going to do it really heavy probably today on stream. Most of it's researches though, so I'm blowing through a lot of Latinum. I don't have a lot of buildings anymore, so I'm blowing through a lot of Latinum. So if y'all see me blowing through a lot of Latinum and you're freaking out, it's okay. Don't worry. This is to be predicted. I knew that was going to happen. See, I'm kind of running out of all my traditional speed ups. I've been trying to do as little Latinum as I can, but you know what? I'm at the point where I'm blowing through Latinum now. Now, today is Anomalous Phenomenon today, so we will have an opportunity to earn some more speed ups, but I am blowing through speed ups for the porpoise of Latinum. Pepsi Stone's piercing mitigation stat still broken. I don't have an answer that I can confidently tell you on that one. Don't have one I can tell you. I do hope I finished this. I did. Oh gosh, I was worried about that. Hold on, let me check the others. I did finish that one, and I know I finished the gas. Okay, because I'm trying to earn rare tickets, but at the same time, this is part of what we're going to talk about, is strategizing. How are people doing their tickets now? The main strategy I would say now, especially with how they've changed the event stores, is saving your tickets to do 9 ticket events in a weekend. But let me tell you, man, that's a lot of work. This is a lot of work to do 9 tickets in a weekend. So, all right, I'm going to recall this back so I can steal my Pylum. My latest Metron Cascade upgrade lets me get a double pull from Silent Hostiles in 1 token. Very happy with that. Awesome to hear that, James. And that's why I made a video last month about the Metron Cascade. It is so valuable and underrated. And I get that there's a lot of things that we all need in this game. Metron Cascade is just one of many things to remember. But the Metron Cascade, that in conjunction with like my Isolytics, is why my Tribune is so big. My Tribune is larger than most players' G5 ships when they come out of the dock. Right? So Metron Cascade is a big reason as to why. Like if I take it off, I'll see a significant reduction in my overall power. And it's the same reason that I'm upgrading the Time Crystal. I've got it on the Coronar, even though my Coronar doesn't PvP, because it starts off with that player bonus. Okay, but I got a 1300 hull percent bonus. And you know, sometimes you'll throw an throw a Forbidden Tech onto a ship simply for the hull bonus that it gives you. More survivability is mo better. And with the Metron Cascade, you're also getting another free-to-play FT for PvE in the Agony booth now. You have multiple ways to kind of punch up that you just didn't have before, which I think is a good thing. All right, so we're going to get our Pylum out. We're going to send our Pylum out to do some loot grinding here with Gorn. I'll send it out to the 49s. Now I can do my pulls. So Look a little low on Latinum. I am 2.8 million, but there's plenty of people out there that would say that that's not low on Latinum at all. But that's a lot of Latinum. For me, it feels low on Latinum. But there are plenty of players out there who like, man, that's so much Latinum. But I also will spend an entire month saving up Latinum. You know, y'all watch the channel. Y'all will see me saving up Latinum throughout the month and making sure that I'm doing my away teams missions, making sure I'm doing all my pulls for Latinum in various ways. So you do what you got to do, right? Sound tired? Really? I don't think I sound tired at all. If anything, I feel like I sound too high energy. I need to like chill it out, calm it down. It's not that serial. I am trying to avoid the ores though, because I am struggling on rare ore. Rare ore is definitely going to be one of your issues for any players looking to go into G4. Be warned, rare ore is a problem. So get some of those spent in, and we'll just see how far we can push it. Should you do every away mission every day? I'm on level 28. You should do many of the away missions every day. The rainbow missions, for example, should be a focal point. I say that you should do every 4, 8, and 12-hour mission every day. Because when a mission completes, it automatically spawns a new one. So even if you're not getting something you want, you are hopefully going to spawn a new one after that. There's some Latinum right there. So always, always, always focus on away teams. Away teams are one of the most important things to do in the game, and it's passive, which is why I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I love away team missions. It's a passive way to catch up, to get more things. And if you start slowly working on these things right here, where you're able to start causing criticals, that is huge. So for me, it's like I talk about, people ask, well, how do you have all the faction credits to get these ships? Away teams. I mean, when you get 3,000, what was this? Or 2,300 on that one. But if I get 2,300 just on that one away team mission every single day, well, I think I'm going to be doing quite all right when it comes to faction credits. Now, can you earn more? There's always ways to need and earn more. Like this one, I do need to go ahead and make these abilities maxed out or stronger, but 77% chance to get another 14,000 Latinum, which is part of what I've been spending. So all these super valuable. So I do the 4, 8, 12s no matter what, and then I pick the other ones to do. Like if they're 1 days, I'll decide if they're valuable to me. At Ops 35 with dual lock, should I try lock? Yes, I'm a big encourager of that. Hey Raj, good to see you. Hope you and the lady are doing well. Find G5 refinery pools are way more tired than G4. Guess I had some G4 boost I forgot about. There are multiple researchers for G4 and G5 refineries. I don't know your account, you know, just specifically to be able to point any of those out and say, hey, here's probably where you're missing it. But there are specifics for both. And let me go ahead and look at, we already got miner, engineer, there's Scotty. There we go. Just try to hit criticals just for some faction credits. So in there, I don't really need any of those. So those are what I want to run today. And now I sent the wrong ship. So we're going to send this ship and recall that one because I sent the wrong one. All right. Where are we at, chat? I might take the Cascade level 28 for the 1,800% hull boost. You could. You absolutely could. You know, my Coronar is up to 76 million power, even though I haven't tiered it up, because it has the time crystal on it, which is giving me a 1350. And when I take the time crystal to the next tier, because it's currently, what, tier 4? Yeah, tier 4. When I take it to tier 5, I have a 1950. I have almost 2,000 hull health bonus with the time crystal. Now, I got that because I have the Ferengi whip. That's not something I expect everybody in the chat to obtain or acquire. I don't want to make it like it seem like I just have a secret sauce that nobody's figured out. My secret sauce in this case is simply that, well, I went and thanks to the community got the Ferengi whip, and that changed things for me. I'm gonna put that up there, and I need to swap around because I don't have enough for that last slot. All right, so last slot goes right there. Done. I got to go get it on that formation armada that just launched, and we'll get you here. Let me claim in on Reacher. Since they're doing formation armadas right now, I actually launched mine yesterday. I don't know why they're doing the low ones, honestly, but that's okay. Doesn't bother me. I'll join anyway. That was Reacher's. Oh, it was Reagan's. Didn't I call in on Reacher? Yeah, I called in on Reacher. So hold on, let me get this in the right spot. This Reachers? Yeah, we need to go join that one. All right, let's see what else we got. Now that I have rainbow missions on 60% crit chance, I'm starting to spend trade XP on officers for other lat missions. And Kal-El, that is exactly what I did. And again, you know, I get it. This game is constantly wanting more from you, right? And I find that if you focus on a couple things at a time, like away teams, you can really notice yourself doing better. And that's what I want for everybody, to be doing better. I'm gonna actually send my Tribune here since it's so much larger. And then we'll go ahead and grind some Apex while we're just sitting here with each other, shooting the stuff. Outstanding wife recovering. Wife is now 4+ weeks post-surgery. She's doing much better. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, Ops 47, 120,000 chits, free to play. Don't see a path to even get enough to get the free FC slot. All I can tell y'all is exactly what the Arc Runner has said, which is that if you are 40 plus and do every SMS, you will get enough to get the FC slot. Again, I'm just speaking what he said. Now, for where we're at currently, I can put that on the screen. 1 second. Here is where we are currently at. Window capture. Bam. All right. So here are the total amounts where we're currently at. So this is this one right here. If you go down, it says 117. That is counting 2 of the ones that we know what they're going to pay out. But we are currently at 99,000, not counting today's events, loot, store, currency. Like I haven't done the away teams one yet, which is today. Well, it's tomorrow. Never mind. So here's the culling the herd. I think I did the culling the herd yesterday. Did I do the culling the herd yesterday? Oh gosh, let me go look. I don't remember if I did or not. There's culling interceptor. Did I do culling herd? I did my battleship one. Okay. All right. Today is culling the herd with interceptors to defeat hostiles interceptors. Good thing I'm using my pylon. Anyway, this is where we're currently at. Where we end up, we'll have to wait and see. This is the same spreadsheet I shared with y'all this week. And we are tracking every event. All I can do is say what the Overlord said. This is definitely tracking to be the lightest we've ever had. Here are the totals from previous event stores. Where the worst we've ever had was Enterprise Part 3, right there. Then we've had Gorn Part 2, and this year has clearly been the worst that we've ever had. So, as y'all can see, we are tracking the numbers to try to see where we're going to end up. Now, if you're winning in SLBs or stuff like that, that's going to change things for you. But I very rarely contribute to SLBs. It's pretty rare for me to be able to participate in an SLB just because I happen to be on a server that's very active, lots of things going on. That doesn't really work for me often. But it's still good to know where the numbers are at, which is part of why I brought up today in the title of the video that you have to kind of like make choices on how you do your rare tickets. And that means you got to make choices on your uncommon tickets. This is the second event store in a row where uncommon tickets lead to rare tickets. That means that you need to do 9 uncommon events in a weekend to then do a rare event to get currency. So I don't like that method personally. I think that the uncommons should have it at this point. Just there's too much currency missing. Like this month, there's no currency in the battle pass at all. So now that the rare tickets have been gone, you know, free to play used to get 27,000 in rare tickets. Now they're not getting that. Now they're having to save multiple months to get 9,000 through the rare ticket. It's yeah, and these are all things that I went line by line with, you know, Hamster. I was on the phone with him for an hour and a half. And most of the conversation was going over things like this. Hey, this is not right. This is messed up. People can't do this, right? And I went line by line. I said, here's how it's different from a year ago. Because to be clear, you know, DJ started this project years ago. We've continued it. You know, if we go back to say, I'm gonna pick one real quick. We're gonna go back to the crazy one, right? Let's go back to the good old days, as some of y'all would say. Let me see, finding. I'm not going to do the big one, but for example, put this on the screen. This is Strange New World Part 3, August 2022. Look at what the events are paying. They were called musical eggs. So they had a quiz. Well, how much did that quiz pay out? Quiz meta, 9,600. Now that was a multiple time thing, but even then, 48 hour SMS, 8,400, right? 24-hour SMS, 7,200. 48-hour SMS, 8,400. The amount of loot that was coming out was a lot higher than what we have now. Fleet Development Station Research SMS, 9,100. So you were getting a lot more loot even from individual events. So we have an issue with, we have less events now. Look at the number of events here. Over 80 events. How many events are in Mirror Part 2? 46. So we had half the number of events now. Events are paying out less than what they did previously. We have nothing in the Battle Pass. The uncommon ticket and rare ticket structure has changed. I mean, all of these are combining for significantly less loot. You know, and that's what I went by line by line, just showing him this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. And not even saying this is a problem, this is what's different. This is why the complaints are here. This is why people are struggling. And, you know, I've said it a lot on stream, on Twitch. I'll say it on YouTube, knowing that they listen on YouTube. But I understand that this game needs to make money. Completely get that. I want the game to make money because if it makes money, that means the game survives. But it feels like for things like this, they're squeezing so hard that they're losing money, not making money. That's just my personal opinion as someone who doesn't work in their financial department to see things. But we know that the Mirror Universe Month 1 was not like well received in terms of monetization. And event stores were always a catch-up mechanic for the free-to-play and the light spenders anyway. So I don't think you were going to convert a bunch of free-to-play to start buying packs to get event store currency. So that's my argument, is trying to get them to understand that, look, I understand the game needs to earn. Absolutely. This game needs to earn. People don't make video games, you know, for Star Trek and etc. just for the love of gaming. That's a fantasy world. Yeah, you can pick out a couple of indie developers, you know, that do that, fantastic. But people aren't out here making games just for the fun of making games. Making games because it's a business. So with that in mind, I get that the game needs to earn. But at the same time, you can't punish everybody else if you're not meeting the numbers that you need to make. People have to be incentivized to want to spend, not forced to spend. And that's something that we have really harped on for a very, very long time. So, all right, Dave says definitely lower levels of event store loot, but given that everyone has the ability, it's free to play to get a $100 pack for free, still a positive. I don't agree. I honestly don't agree. I don't. Do I think that the event store is good? The event store is good. The events are terrible. Yeah, you can't dangle one good thing, because there was a time, again, go by the numbers, right? Go by the numbers of the past. There was a time where I could get multiple good things. Multiple officers, cloaks when they were just now coming out, you know, even ship BPs back when ships were new, specialty ships. I could get multiple things in days past. Now we're literally discussing on whether we can get one thing, and that's the fleet commander spot. I'm not saying the fleet commander spot's not valuable. I've already said it's valuable. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and change my mind. It is valuable, and I'm definitely going to try to get it myself. But event stores were always designed as a catch-up mechanic to allow players to catch up and keep up in the game with things that they weren't able to do or obtain during that month. That's not the case now. I think that's the MO that the event stores should maintain, and that's where everybody should get back to. That's what Scopely should get back to, allowing players to earn things that they normally couldn't, playing catch up. And that way, you know, by extension, you're going to allow players to move around, level up faster, give more competition to those higher levels. And, you know, if you're really going to rely on the higher levels out there, like the Theeps, the K92s, the Eppies from MDB, you know, all those players to spin, well, they have to have competition and reason to. Istio, who comes by our Twitch streams all the time, for those that don't know Istio, is the rank 1 player in the game. Like, Istio is the strongest player in the game. Nobody is currently coming close. He's about 700 billion stronger than anybody else. For those who want to see that on the screen, here you go. Istio is the strongest player in the game. And he talks all the time that he is just bored out of his mind. He is bored. There's nothing for him to really do. There's no competition. And he recently was in an incursion with Pummel. Pummel, another good dude, another good player. Rank 8. Pummel couldn't do anything to him. Couldn't touch him, couldn't scrape him, right? And I realize that I'm talking about the uppers of the tops of the tops. The point being, is if you want players to level up, you have to give them more, not less. You're not going to magically 6 years into the game convert all the people who aren't spending $1,000 a month to spend $1,000 a month. I can't afford to spend $1,000 a month. You're lucky if I can afford to spend $100 every couple of months, right? And that's just me personally. You know, I'm trying to raise money to get a bed for my son. Like, that's part of me as a content creator. Obviously, the community funds what I do. Well, I've got things in real life I'm focused on. I've got a foundation issue in my house. Like, all these things are why I'm not spending $1,000 a month, nor would Scopely convince me to do it under any circumstances unless I somehow win the lottery that I don't even play. So I think that all that long-winded tangent comes down to is the event store currency is low. The event store currency needs to be better. And if you really want to give those high-level players competition and give them something to do and people to play with, well, then you've got to make the whales have more krill. You have to give more krill and shrimp for everybody else to feast on. And I understand that no matter what, I'm going to be feasted on. But there's a difference between just straight up just plummeting somebody down and having fun playing with them. And I don't think that the fun factor is currently there. Raj says I've spent like $200 on the game until now, and I don't spend every month. Yeah, exactly. And the last $100 pack I bought the Syndicate Special that had 450,000 Syndicate because that pushed me over level 30. That's the last pack I bought. So, you get the Amazon card? Yes, I haven't used it because I still need the rest. But thank you, John, for the $25 Amazon card that you messaged me. I appreciate that. I simply have not used it yet. So let me do in Sassy. Let me find Sue's, and I'll join Sue's. There we go. It feels very much punched down if you're getting hit on time to shield and do something else. Exactly, David. And I have no problem with getting hit by higher levels, right? I do think that some of the ranges are a little crazy, but I don't have any issue with it. But I do think that the gap between the have and the have-nots has gotten so ridiculously wide that even the haves are now not able to play with the haves, right? That was the example of me bringing up Eastio and Pummel, right? Even they're so far apart, and they're only 7 ranks apart in the game. They're so far apart, right? And I get that the top player in your game is going to be the strongest, but you would still expect, people in the top 10 to be able to fight them. And that's not really the case right now. So I think Scopely has to do some really hard, introspection and decide how are they going to adjust to those things. Right. And thank you, John. I really do appreciate it because, not everybody donates. So I want to make sure I say thank you to those who do. It means a lot that you would support my family. So a big thank you for that. Very big thank you. Raj says I bought the extra builder, researcher, and a few battle passes that gave officers or ships. That's all. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I'm big on trying to earn free-to-play treasuries. I've got a free treasury saving up for me when I go into the 50s. And clearly I'm a spender. I'm not going to pretend like I'm free to play. Like I said, I just bought last month a $100 pack. But, it's not enough. Like, there's not enough things that are making me want to buy now. Like, I don't want to go buy event store currency, especially knowing what event store currency was in the past. You're not going to convince me to buy event store currency now. Like, there's no way I'm going to buy this. Zero. I'm not buying that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not buying that. So maybe that's just me having a clouded view because I've been around the game so long. But, I want to earn a decent amount of event store currency. And if I would choose to purchase, I want to get a good amount of event store currency. And shout out to Erwin for the €5.99. Greatly appreciated. If anybody does want to contribute, I just posted my PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App links. Those are the easiest ways to donate and the ways that get the most to the content creator. So thank you. It's never required, but greatly appreciated. If you can't donate, I get it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also create a bully atmosphere for board whales and pummel low levels. Now I'll say this, B, and I've said it a lot. PvP is never, ever, ever, ever bullying. And 0 examples and 0 instances is PvP bullying. There's 0 ways that hitting somebody's pixel ship with your pixel ship is bullying. That is not bullying, nor will it ever be bullying, and no court of law is that bullying. So I will never agree with that point, and I will vehemently argue against it, as I just did. But at the same time, I do think there should be more competitiveness. So, be more competitiveness. Hope all can get the extra FCC slot. We'll see, Murphy. We're tracking it now. Like, we're tracking all the different things. We're tracking the different loot payouts. Oh gosh, come on. Come on, you empty broken nodes. There we go. Something's doing. Yeah, but being a bored whale does not make you a bully. It just means that you're bored. It means you're bored. The POV makes you wrong? No, it doesn't. It makes you wrong as a player. And I know we're not supposed to say players are wrong, but I have worked with over half a dozen game companies in this game space, not just Scopely. PvP is never bullying, ever. It's not. It's just not an accurate statement. If you think that, like if you truly believe in your heart PvP is bullying, then you're in the wrong game style. You're in the wrong game. I'm not telling anybody to leave, but having worked with many game companies, major game companies, that is not bullying. Now, what's bullying is if they're breaking terms of service in like private chat, alliance chat, galaxy chat, changing their name to something offensive, you know, being homophobic, being transphobic, sexist, racist, all of that, that is bullying. Hitting you with my ship because I can, even if I camped outside your base all day, every day for a month, that's not bullying. That's just PvP in a war game. Yeah, B, that's completely legit. I kill idle warships. It's a warship. It's fair game. I kill idle warships, and I'm not a whale. I kill idle warships. If I see idle warships just sitting around in a mining system, I'm going to smack it. More power destroyed for me. That's not bullying. That's the fact that it's a warship just sitting out in open space. So, it be like that. It be like that. So, all right. You still mine there a Voyager? Yeah, I do. I do still mine right here with Voyager. The next system would be this one right here. This is Warp 470. And the only way to get there would be with me using Grush, but I wouldn't be able to have as big of a cargo as I do now. So. But since I don't want to use Grush, I can't get there. Because I want to have as big of a cargo as possible, and my cargo right now is right at 900,000. So, you know, and the speeds aren't necessarily that great that I'm just gonna be like, yay, up there. So, Erwin, it is a war game. There is no middle ground. It either is or it is not a war game. This is a war game. What people seem to not understand is that war games are 90% or more resource management and resource acquisition and diplomacy. War games are not just constant pew, 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 pew. So, I'm a solo alliance player and I have an alliance muck me red for no reasons. Now I completely clear their territory every hour or so and they've been able to mine anything. I love that Dark Torch. It's an effective tactic. Go for it. Go for it. And if you're doing that and you're catching them OPC, you actually would be able to complete your war room. We had a solo alliance complete his war room by himself, which I thought was very impressive. All from OPC hunting and territory. So, have you done Anomalous Phenomenon yet? Not yet. I do need to, but I've not done it yet. I should go ahead and swap so I don't forget. Need those speed ups. Definitely need those speed ups. They're getting a little less valuable now that I'm getting the, you know, upper 40s, but still valuable. But Erwin, this is what I hate about the term agree to disagree. Agree to disagree implies that you have some truth to what you're saying, but you don't, right? This game is a war game. It says so on the front page. The people who designed the game, I remember talking to game design 6 years ago, well, 5 years ago. It is a war game. It is a war game. You can't change it just because you don't like it. That's not how that works. It's a war game. You're choosing to play and operate inside of a war game. That's okay. It's still fun. You can even choose to not do a single PvP the entire time you're here. But it is a war game. What it is. It's a 4X game. By nature, those are war games. Why? Because one of the X's stands for exterminate. You can still choose to not play that part of the game, but that doesn't change what the game is. So, you did too, just from 2 days of hunting? Yeah, I mean, even my alliance here, Chaos, I moved down to a lower alliance just to try things different. You know, because when hopped out IA, they said, hey, just message back if you want to jump in. They told that to everybody. I got moved because I wasn't in the right system before incursions. And they said, hey, if you want back in, just message. I said, hey, I'll just try something different. So, oh, and thank you, B. I greatly appreciate that. Let me check it. Thank you very much, Virtual Army. It says, for the family, thanks again for everything you do for the community. Let me go put this on the board real quick as we get closer to buying my son his bed. I cannot believe that JT is 2 years old now. It's wild. It feels like just yesterday that we were like, hey, who wants to help name my baby? And we gave him a Star Trek name. Well, his middle name is a Star Trek name. But thank you so much for the love and support. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm putting it on the board now, so it should update. There we go. Thank you for supporting me and my kids. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Brave updating the event store. I wish I could. I really do. I wish I could do a lot of things. So, did I get the new light yet? No. Hence why it's so dark on this side. There's no light. I've got my light here, and nothing on the left side. Yeah, nothing there. All right. Murphy says they have 140,000 event store currency and hoping to get 180 before the end of the third supply run. That's fair. That's fair. How many SLBs have you been pushing in? How many SLBs have you managed to participate in? Because I haven't done many, right? It's tough for me to really contribute too much in SLBs. But all right, we got, yay, Formation Armada's done. Whee! I like those. Sitting on 181K, done well in grinder SLBs. Very nice, Valhalla. Congratulations. Being beloved by bigger players, learn how to counter them by playing smarter, not harder. It's fair. Now, sometimes there's nothing to counter. But you're all right. There are some things that you can do to counter. And I am realizing this, as the game gets more and more expansive, we're running into more and more players who are forgetting things. Like, there are a lot of players who are forgetting to do their critical floor favor. And I'm seeing things like Pylums destroying Sanctuses because now those Sancti are doing 0 damage because they keep forgetting to do their favors. And that's an advantage that the diehard players out there are going to be able to have over others. So if you can manage to continue to build those type of things, and B Tealing, by the way, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Erwin, thank you for supporting the channel. If you can manage to find those and, you know, become good in those different areas and have that knowledge, you're going to put yourself above others. You know, I'm not saying that the answer to the gap in the game should be power creep, but it's amazing the amount of players who are showing with that. I wonder if I still have that log. Because it was way back on Thursday, so I highly doubt I still have it. Yeah, I don't still have it. But there's a friend of mine from IA, the alliance that I was in. He hit me because he was trying to do his cloaking daily. So he hit my Stella while it was farming. My Stella beat him. Like, he had a PvP crew on, and I just had my hostile grinding crew on, and my Stella beat his D3. Because he was just trying to do his cloaking daily. And then he came back again. He recloaked. He beat me. I had to explain to him, hey, here's why my Stella beat you. It's because you have not done your critical floor favor in the X-Borg store. And he was like, oh, wow, thank you. I had no idea. So I don't know why I'm hitting that. Why am I hitting that? I don't know why I'm hitting that without Tribune. That seems like a silly thing to be hitting. But these little things can set you apart and make you a better player than others. Why they nerfed the NX01 crew? They did not nerf it. It still works, Slither. I just used it yesterday. Still works. Still works fine. It has not been nerfed. Are they adding to the event store? Nothing I've seen in the dev chat says they're adding to the event store. That doesn't mean it won't happen, but nothing I'm seeing says it's happening. So, already unlocked the FC seat from the event store. Still have 34,000 event currency left over. Well, I love that for you, Darth. I think that's great. Decided to hold on last to upgrade mirror data. Mirror Refinery has so many good goodies. It does. The only way to pay for the mirror goodies, though, is doing those mirror waves. So I hope people are doing their mirror waves. Fairly Viscopa will clean up all the unused currencies. Agreed, B. Absolutely. And again, these are one of the many things that we've brought up to them, but here we are. There at one time was a project they were working on to do that, and then that project got dropped. I don't know why. Or anybody asks me, I have no idea why it got dropped, but it got dropped. So here we are. Did use the NX1 cheese crew today. It works. Yeah. Now keep in mind that the first cheese crew does not override the ability of the aquatics to do the big gun on, shot 5, round 1. It does not override that. That can still happen. But if you get past that, it allows you to punch up way bigger hostiles. Need more ciphers? Agreed, Erwin. And that's an argument I made. I don't think the 3-day timer is good. I don't like it. But it is what it is. I'm not a fan of it in the slightest. The skulls, it is. All right, get that up there. So, what's the NX1 cheese crew? Man, I feel like we got to go through this over time. First thing I say, Darth, is please start watching my YouTube videos so I don't have to do this every time. But I'll put it on the screen. Again, this is like I'm not complaining at you directly, Darth, but this is literally like the 8th stream in a row I've had to pull this up because people won't go watch the videos. This is why we make the videos. But let me go grab it and I'll put it on the screen. This is like every stream. I guess I just need to have it preloaded to be there every single time. But this is why I tell people, go watch the videos. Here is the first cheese crew for the NX01. This is the very first one. Yeah, David, I saw. I'm very sad. But keep that to yourself. This is not the place to talk politics. Not the place to talk politics. Let's see. I've been taking your advice to just focus on certain things that I deem important. It's greatly helped me. And good. Like I said, I finally, if you can enjoy this game a lot more if you're only doing what you want to do. If you're only doing what you want to do. Yeah, just have fun, play slow, set your own goals. And I find, and I'm just speaking for me, maybe it doesn't apply that way to you. I find that's a lot more fun. Like I wanted to hit 140 mil power before I went into the 50s. I always try to be at least in the top 5 of my rank on my server before I go to the next set. And I've accomplished those goals. I've hit all those metrics. I've got those numbers. So I feel like I'm in a good position. Why is it called a cheese crew? It's an American vernacular for doing something the easy way, the cheesy way. It's easy. So I realize that maybe our UK, European, etc. friends aren't familiar with that, but that's why it's called the cheese crew. Is you're cheesing something, you're doing it the easy way. It's just a common thing that we say here. So, and again, Erwin, please don't start political conversation in my chat because that's a great way to get everybody arguing with each other. And I would much rather us argue about Scopely than argue about politics. Besides, here's the thing that's going to always happen. You find out your best friend's political opinions that you didn't know before, and suddenly they're not your best friend. That's just what happens. So, yeah. Still curious how the disco is useful. The ability to summon. And then the speed ups at 40 plus. So, thought cheesing was when you got high on cat pee. Nope, John, that's just you, buddy. That's just you. You're an oddball, and I love you. Star Trek actors or something political and you don't like them anymore? That's never happened to me. I don't care about an actor's political affiliation. It's not going to make me stop liking their stuff. I keep politics out of our streams. And see, I use this as a great example, Piano. I am basically in agreement with almost everything political Mark Hamill says. But that's why I don't want to bring up politics, because it's such a divisive thing. You'll get people like Piano who now immediately don't want to listen to somebody. Right? And that's why I just say, hey, let's just not talk about it all. Let's just talk about our game. Let's talk about gaming, War Thunder, Star Trek, Lego building. I just built a Lego D7. Look at this. We built this yesterday on Twitch. If y'all are into this type of thing. Here, I'm going to make the screen bigger real quick. Look what I built on Twitch yesterday. Isn't that cool? Isn't this cool? So this is one from the original series. Fun Star Trek facts if you don't know. If you look on this wing, notice the Klingon emblem. Like, the Klingon's emblem not blue, green, yellow, and it's the green screen's eating it up a little bit. But the original series, the Klingon logo was a yellow backdrop like the sun, red on top, kind of blue, purple on the left, and green on the right. So this is a D7 from the original series. We built this on stream yesterday. I still got to put the pictures in my Discord. We have a channel for building bricks and Legos and stuff in my Discord. So I've got to put the pictures in there. But this is now the second Klingon ship I've built. The other one, which you can't really see right up here, is a Burrell. So I've got a Klingon Burrell, and now I have a D7. And the Burrell is one from the Next Generation, and this is from the original series. So cool stuff. I love stuff like that. I'm a huge nerd. And I much rather talk about things that unite us than things that divide us. That's just who I am. All right, back to the game. Back to the game. All right, let's see. Okay, I still got a couple of nodes to empty here. There we go. Take it off a stand and say it's cloaked. This is my Klingon D7. It's really pretty. Check it out. Look at it. Isn't this amazing? Gorgeous. All right, had to put it back on its stand. I'm thinking about gluing the wings on because the wings are a little ooh wibby wibby. So, all right, they are a little tipsy topsy turvy, a little wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. All right, let's see. Is this up here? Yeah, we'll get a few out of this, and then we'll be able to head back home. When's the Franklin A become available? Franklin A is Ops 35 after you scrap a Franklin. Truthfully, don't really need it in today's game, but if you want it, that's out. Any news on a new Star Trek movie in the USA? They are working on the Section 31 Star Trek movie. So, is that you, Adam? Hey, Adam. What you doing, buddy? See how strong Adam is these days. Let's shame Adam for being weak. Oh, 220. Look at that weak power destroyed. Get on out of here. Get on out of here. Good to see you, Adam. Good to see you, my friend. How much have I earned so far? That's a pretty good run. We'll keep. We'll just go ahead until it blows. Is the cube worth it? I mean, the cube is good to have long term. It's not super strong in the beginning, but eventually it becomes a very good ship. Eventually becomes a very good ship. Brad for president of the player council? Sure. Scopely would never allow that, but sure. Y'all can write me in as a vote. They haven't even asked me or talked to me about that. All right, recall. Can't wait until my eviscerator can get more than one kill. Your eviscerator should be able to get more than one kill immediately. Are you hitting the 40s? What are you trying to hit? Because I hit different levels. Like my eviscerator hits 40s, my pylum hits 49s. I cannot remember the last time I used any Franklin ship. Now I have used my Franklin in like Q's trials a couple times for some swarms, but then eventually my Tribune was like, I can handle all those. But swarms would be about the only reason to use the Franklin A. And those are the swarms in Q's trials that'll come out. That's about the only time that that's going to have much value for any player. You know, generally speaking, it's just not going to be that good for most. I skipped the 50 epics, so my cube is stuck until I get one of the 53s, I believe. Now, do keep in mind that with the cube, you can skip ranks. So, like, if you don't want to build a 50 ship, you can just build a 53 and do it that way, if that's what you're wanting to do. I also need to do my summonings with Voyager today, but for now, we're going to do our mining because I got the tokens. Rev's a loser, a weight loser. I am. Though I will say I did gain 1 pound. I'm back to 236, but that's probably just because I need to have a good BM. And we'll say this medicine be constipating you like a mofo. Do I need my Tribune to upgrade my cube? If you went to Corvish, then you don't need the Tribune. I still love my Tribune, but you don't need it. You don't need it. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Good to see you. Did you read my message? Yeah, I actually see it right there. I have Discord for you pulled up because I saw you messaged me. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I just didn't respond because I'm in stream, but I do see it. I do see it. Yeah, but if you have your, if you already got your Corvus, you don't need to upgrade your cube. You just need whatever it is that next set. Like, you could technically have a tier 1 cube, but if you had a tier 6 Corvus, you could take it all the way to like tier 10 in one go. So, Erwin, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. And I'm currently drinking 0 sugar added cranberry juice. So, last night my supper was soup, and yesterday my lunch was a piece of toast with oatmeal. So, I'm doing my best trying to lose weight. I'd love to get down to, 100 kilograms or 220 pounds. That's what I would like to be at. Lose weight myself, but it just sounds like torture. Well, Einhander, myself and Moopsy are doing the semi-glutide injections, which, let's just call it the knockoff of Ozempic, because I can't afford $1,000 a month. It cost me $80 on Groupon to get the semi-glutide, and that's what I've been using. I've lost 17 pounds in 3 weeks. But I also don't like coffee, so that's not a worry for me. I don't like coffee. Not a coffee drinker myself. Attempt to take 2 extra weeks from the Eviscerator event so I don't have spare blueprints haunting me. Fair, I guess. I'm okay with spare blueprints haunting me. I just ignore. All right, let's go ahead and finish this grind up real quick. Let's go finish up the grind. And we go over here. Let's see. Once you lose the weight, how will you keep it off? Well, here's what I tell everybody, and this is the best way to do it. When you're doing a weight loss thing like I'm doing, it can't be just about losing the weight. Like, even if you're using medication, you have to change how you, 1, see food, and 2, how you approach your dieting. It's like, for me, I'm switching myself to a low cholesterol diet. So it's going to be a lot of grains, fruits, etc. So I'm changing what I eat while I'm changing, how much I eat. And the real key is, I have found, and it's tough for me because I'm a fatty at heart, but you need to see food as fuel instead of as comfort. Because that's my problem. I get depressed, I have anxiety, whatever. First thing I want to do is eat. So if you can change to where you see food as fuel for your body and not as your comfort item that you go to, and you change what you're eating. So instead of getting the triple quarter pounder, you're getting, a bowl of oatmeal or, rice and chicken or something, you'll be fine. Right? But it's more than just like losing the weight. It's changing your mindset, altering your paradigm. Doing swarms today. I'm working on the Battle Pass ticket event in the same time. Oh yeah, Battle Pass ticket event means that I have to go do Borg probes. Because I never do swarms anymore. So I got to do Borg probes. Thank you for the reminder. I always tend to forget about that. Let's change this to the Talios. I'm going to go do my Borg probes because I've actually missed 2 days of my Battle Pass for reasons. Let me go ahead and jump on over there and do that real quick. And here we go. So, bam. How's this not blown up yet? I mean, I know I'm going to have a lot of loot saved up, which is good, but come on, hurry up. I don't know, Raj. I don't have it pulled up. I've just got like a list playing on rotate in the background. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink coffee. My normal drink would be either sweet tea, water, or like Gatorade. Now, I have cut my diet Mountain Dew addiction. I haven't had a diet Mountain Dew in 2.5 weeks. And I know that there's 0 calorie, but just the nature of those drinks, they make you hungry no matter what. So there's things I've just kind of cut out. Are you a member of Latter-day Saints? No, I'm not a member of the Latter-day Saints. Mainly using my Eviscerator to knock out hundreds of fetch quests. That's completely fair, Iron-Hander. I am now over 3,000 missions completed. There was a time where I was at like 1,500. So I've gotten better about that at least. Yeah. You don't have Connemara max with shards? That's fair. It's just the amount of work it is for the low amount of transporter patterns or shards. It's definitely good if you're a lower level player. If you're my level, it's not worth my time. I got other things to do. So if you're doing swarms as of today, the rewards aren't worth the trouble, especially with an obsessed stalker coming after you. Yeah, that's fair. But truthfully, like if you've already maxed out those officers, the amount of transporter patterns you're getting is so low. So yeah. It's really low. You prefer Diet Dr. Pepper over regular now? Fructose too sweet for you? Hey, whatever floats y'all's boat. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. I'm just telling y'all what's working for me. And I come from both sides of my families have had heart issues. My aunt, she was, I think, 33 when she had her first heart attack. I'm 34. So it's one of those that, like, I was actually sharing, I don't know why this stream suddenly became a Rev personal stream, but like I was sharing with Seth the other day, you know, my LDL, my HDL, my cholesterol. Well, my LDL, the last time I had a check was 110, which is a little high. Now, my overall cholesterol was great. My overall cholesterol, I think, was 170, which is completely fine. Like, that's healthy. My overall cholesterol was 170, but my LDL was like 110. So my bad cholesterol was a smidge high, even though my cholesterol was good. I'm just trying to check on those things and be better. Forms are dead in late 30s, with the exception, again, of Q trials. Q trials still important. Because maybe you don't have a ship that can beat those swarm hostiles in a Q trial. So still could be valuable for you there in that case. You had no idea what all that meant? All right, real quick, I'll educate you. I'll give you the Rev's not a doctor, but here's the basics of how it works thing using a picture. All right. Forewarning, Rev is not a doctor. But here's your basic chart. LDL is bad cholesterol. HDL is good cholesterol. And total cholesterol is just all of the different things that apply, because there's non-HDL cholesterol, there's LDL cholesterol, there's HDL. But anyway, you want to have your cholesterol total to be 200 or below. You want your LDL to be 100 or below. And you want your HDL to be 60 or above. So if you get, it's called a lipid panel. If you get your lipid panel done, and you find yourself in any of these bad ranges, you want to work on that. Dieting, exercise, etc. greatly help. So my total cholesterol was good. My LDL was in the at-risk area. So I wanted to adjust that. But to be clear, I'm not a doctor. I'm simply encouraging you to go see a doctor. If you're curious about those things. What's the next camping point after Ops 30? 34/35. 34/35. You need to gain weight? I kind of wish I had your problem. But I think everybody sees the grass is greener on the other side. Like, I wish I had, a neg bar. I wish I was level 63 with a neg bar. But at the same time, do I want to repair it? No. I don't want to pay to repair it. I don't want to pay to repair a neg bar at all, but I want to have one. So, yeah. Yeah. You wish you had Rev's booty? Well, September comes soon. Remember, if y'all aren't in the Discord already, we do have a community meetup hosted by yours truly. We're going to have Samo there and everything. If you want to come hang out with us, well, come on. We will be meeting. It is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee in September. Information is in the Discord if you will be part of the first ever Star Trek Fleet Command community meetup. Come on. So I get G5 resources at Ops 54 at the same rate of 53. Trying to get more G5 epic and rare. You don't start pulling rares until level 55. So level 55. So I also need to, while I'm sitting here grinding these, I need to do these refineries. That was the whole point of me going out and doing that, so I could do my refineries. Let me go check these. All right, pull this. That's going to give me enough to do my officer pull. Yay, Pelia. Now I can actually do these. And that gives me independent credits, which I'm very grateful of. I do want to acknowledge Scopely has made better sourcing for independent credits, even though there's a billion clicks in this game, and that's annoying. I do appreciate that. And one away from a Catherine Janeway upgrade. That's good. That's good. If I get real lucky with my artifact pulls, I might get that today. All right, let's do this. I'm praying for rare ore. Praying for rare ore here in a second. Rare ore, please. Take it. It's only 180, but I'll take it. I was honestly hoping for more, but oh well. All right, we'll do this. Do this. What do we get? 12 rares. Okay, that's good. That means I can pull my Borg nanoplating. Done. And tier up cats. Always need tier up kitty cats. Go to a Voyager. Triple pull. And see, I need to go do those summonings. And then in 2 days, I can do those. Mantis. Double pull. 19 shards from building a Voyager. Congratulations. You're really close, man. And I enjoy the Voyager. It's not the most amazing ship, but it's cool to have things that are from the show. To me, anyway. I got tier 2 on BLT, Ginger, and Kim. Congrats. And here's more Latinum. Gotta do that every day. Pull this. Wrong here. Pull this. This is all for Fleet Commander stuff. And some officers, sure. Officer XP, and then we'll pull this for more directives. Come up, don't need that. Don't really need that yet. All right, we'll get our speed ups. There's 24 1 hours. Oh, can only do 1,000 on this one. So parts, territory. Just max BLT yesterday. Congrats, man. And Burnt, congratulations on getting the seat. Obviously, that's the most valuable thing in the event store to me. So I also really want the seat. We're going to do some OPC hunting. I can already tell. All right, let's go ahead and do our mirror stuff. Get a double pull of this. Nice there. Liquid D. Get our building materials. And do our dust exchange. And can I afford? I can't afford that. So I'm only going to do that when I can pull it. That just shows I need to go do another set of mirror waves, so I can get more of the currency that I can afford. Why don't you stay at 45? There's not really a time limit. It's more of a goal accomplishment. My first question would be like, how about this? How close are you to getting the blueprints for your 46 ships? How close are you on the blueprints for the 46 ships? That'd be a good measuring tool for me. Are you close to unlocking those? All right. Pretty sure we're done with that, so I'm going to recall. Think we're almost done with this. Sure. See if anybody wants to do some rare formation armadas. Scope needs to provide sourcing for Fleet Commander Janeway. Agreed. And I will be bringing that up. I will bring that up. FOMO wants to do bigger, but FOMO is also, 64. All right. Never won with that crew using Benga and the Kirks. Which crew are you talking about, Dale? Which crew are you referring to? Which crew are you referring to? Got Crohn's, so stuff doesn't get fully absorbed. See, my father-in-law has Crohn's, Goose. My wife also has serious GI issues. So thankfully, I don't have that, but also I understand what that's like by seeing them. So definitely not easy to live with for sure. Absolutely not. All right, we got that done. I think I could upgrade my District 56 here, which would just be for the SMS, but let's go take a look. Let's go set a Voyager node. All right, he said just start whatever. So I'm going to start at 51. Just see how it goes. Because I don't think that we have many high levels on, or else I would go higher. See, 50 rare crystal for the hangar. All cloaks done. Remembered I can do Monavine solo for mats. Wish me luck. Good. Go do that. Go jump in and do that. Absolutely. This one empty? Nope. All right, I'm going to have to reboot the game because I start to get stuck nodes. Stuck nodes. All right, here we go. Have you personally met anyone from the Star Trek franchise? I have through like Comic-Cons and stuff. And it also depends on what you're referring to. Like, I've met multiple writers from Star Trek. I've met multiple actors from Star Trek. I've met the writers personally, through interaction. I've met the actors through things like Comic-Cons. So I guess it just depends on specifically what you mean. But yeah, a few. All right, let's get this. I'm waiting for another big one to spawn. There it is. So we'll get this 27K in, and then we'll go jump on this one. Go jump on this one. Let's see who called in on mine. Cool. But yeah, have you gotten to? And I don't know if y'all know this, the Nashville con that we're talking about meeting together at. Remember, we're talking about having a meetup. We're doing it at a Star Trek convention, and a lot are going to be there. Trek Nashville. If y'all want to see some of the people who are going to be there, let's do this. So here's who all is going to be there. This is just some of them, but let's take a look at the guests. So, Emmy from Picard, Anson Mount, who's Captain Pike, Anthony Rapp, who's Paul Stamets, Celia, who is Uhura in the new show, Casey Biggs, who's Damar from DS9, Bonnie Gordon, who plays in Prodigy. Then we've got Lon Noonien Singh from Stranger Worlds, Sirach Lofton from DS9, Commander Trip Tucker from Enterprise, Doug Jones from Discovery, Malcolm Reed from Enterprise, Lower Decks, Captain Carol Freeman. Let's see. Galvin on Resurgence, which is a great game if y'all haven't played it. He also was on Discovery. Ethan Peck, who is Spock on Strange New Worlds. Neelix from Voyager. Case McFadden from The Next Generation. Tylan from Lower Decks. Sam Rutherford from Lower Decks. Jess Bush from Strange New World. John Delancey, who is Q. I mean, Rom is going to be there from DS9. These are all the folks that are going to be in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, while we're also doing our meetup for Star Trek Fleet Command. So if y'all are interested, all that information is in the Discord if you want to come with us. So it's a heck of a lineup. So not only will your favorite content creators from STFC be there, you know, hanging out, meeting with people, but so will a host of actors that many of you love. And I'm going to pick you up on the way there. Sadly, Max, I cannot. It's already a 9-hour drive from me. So, and I agree with Pseudo. If y'all have not watched Prodigy Season 2 on Netflix, strongly encourage you to. And the more of y'all that watch it, the more likely it is that Netflix pays to get a Season 3 made. So definitely go do that. Looking at the Star Trek cruise. Yeah, I'm not going on the cruise. Way too expensive. I'll let all the whales go on the cruise. I am going to just go to Murfreesboro and meet all the people and hang out with the Star Trek fans. Cruises are not made for people like Rev. Not the Star Trek cruises anyway. They're too damn expensive. Carnival cruise, 7 days. It's like $600. Star Trek Fleet Command or Star Trek cruise, like $3,000. Nope. I'm not in that tax bracket. Maybe one day. I'd love to be there one day. But I'm not there today. I'm not there today. Today is not that day. When free battle passes go out, they'll go out sometime this week. Sometime this week they'll get sent out. I'm gonna go ahead and do my pulls in here. I'll do this one. And then there it is. I am now 6 days away from my Talios refit. Very excited about that. I need to do my Dolomite drip. Then I need to do my Section 31 transmitters. Then I'll hold off on everything else. X-Borg, or Temporal Disruptor Claim. Okay, get our scraps in. I gotta go grind more scraps, which is pretty easy. Go grind more scraps. I'll just go trader hunting. Forbidden Tech Exchange, I'll do the mid. That works. Then I'll do the big one for this one. I think that's fine. Bajoran, let's do our basic claims. Whales, mostly 40s and 50s. You're talking about like their ages? Most of the high-level spenders I know aren't even that old. Honestly. Most of the high spenders I know aren't that old. Most of the people who have big money in this game aren't in their 50s. Oh, Moopsie, stop it. Silly goose. Quality Control Engineer could be your title, and they could pay you $300,000 a year. Yeah, I wish. As if Scopely would pay anybody $300,000 a year. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No. Should I double chest this and be impatient? I really shouldn't, but I'm going to. I really shouldn't, but I'm going to. I'm going to be impatient. I'm going to double pull those. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, I need to do my messages. Got to do my messages. All right, so do here. Scroll. I also need to go finish that Klingon rep. It needs to be back up to 1.5. It's close, but when I get 1.5, I'm going to get the Vorcha cloaking. I need to actually get off my butt and do that. All right, so that has been collected. I need to go check buildings. And we go see if we can jump on another. Empty, empty. That one's new. All right, what else we got here? We are getting close to our wrap-up time, so if you have questions, hit me up. Hit them up, type them down below. Hit them up, hit them up, hit them high, hit them low. And if you want to support the channel, because remember, I can't do what I do without you. We are trying to raise money to get a bed for my son. Every little bit helps. Even if you just donate 10, 20 bucks, a big thank you to you. And the more help that you can give in terms of, or the biggest way that you can help is just simply get your alliance to come join the channel, subscribe. I know a lot of people don't do that, and that's the easiest way you can help out me and my family. You know what they're going to change about territory capture? From what they're telling me, nothing. But we'll see. We shall see. We have updated territory.lol with all the changes that have happened this month. And y'all can check those out if you like on territory.lol. Is there a point at staying at 42 if I already have 242 ships? Sounds like you're ready to start planning for the move to 46. That's just me. Is PMC or Voyager crew better for tier 8 Enterprise in waves? I would honestly need more context, but what do you mean? Is there an alliance level chart? What do you mean? Ooh. Do you all want to see like a dev project? Not be clear, not Star Trek Fleet Command dev, but you know we have a lot of community tools. Would y'all like to see a preview and give your vote on whether you like something? Like, would y'all like to see this added in? Out of curiosity, would y'all be interested in seeing something like that? I know I'm being very vague, but so I've been working a lot with Chrono and Glare. And if y'all don't know, they're the ones who work heavily on STFC.WTF, an amazing tool. We reference it all the time. If y'all are unfamiliar with STFC.WTF, I'll show you I'll show you the side that y'all see every day. I want to show you a preview. Some of the things that they've been working on. They come to me for ideas, advice, my opinion. So this is STFC.WTF. This is what we use to say, hey, are you the best level 50 on your server? So we'll go to server 20. And you'll see Rev is currently the 4th because Witch is now leveled up. So I'm now the 4th strongest on my server. I'm a little bit behind Fallen Victim, who is also in my alliance. But here's a potential update coming that I actually really like, which is this. As you're doing searching, you can actually pull up the profile, the alliance, give you a detailed about that player, their missions, their assessment rank, their mind, their alliance helps. This is a planned update being worked on for STFC.WTF. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to hit the button. Anyway, here's the standard STFC.WTF. What it normally looks like. This is 1.1. You can use to do stuff like I do, show you where everybody's at. And then this is a proposed addition, addendum / change that I really like. So just getting thoughts, but I like being able, if you pull up my name, you can find, you know, various information about me by clicking on it, as well as see my avatar, which I think is pretty neat. So yeah, it's cool stuff being worked on. They're also doing a lot of like leaderboard stuff for the upcoming incursions. So there's a lot of cool stuff being worked on that site in the background that I think is going to make it easier for all players to kind of not only see where they're at, but where they want to go. I love the group of people we have making tools around here. Why are we doing such baby ones? Why the babies? Why so tiny? Why so little? It's such a little baby. All right. I'm going to head over there. But now if we're on a private game server, while that technically could be done, I actually talked to Alex about it. It's definitely not realistic. Mateo, thank you for the $2 to support me and my family. I greatly appreciate you. And if you haven't already, hit the sub button and like the video. So. Doo-doo-doo. All right, we'll get here and here, and then get you in this one. All right, I know Borg is level 60. Wonder how much AP they use to get there and cost of AP. Can't answer. Spending lat on standard recruits a good idea to get the first less rares max? Yes. Well, technically, I recommend spending latinum not for the rares, Jenny, but to get chin maxed out. So I would say spend latinum just so that you can make sure you get chin. Where's she at? I'm blind. Right there. Getting chin maxed out. That's what's key. She is the most important officer in that group. Getting chin. Also, your reminder for the day, go to StarTrekFleetCommand.com and pull your mission key. Helps out your alliance. Go pull your mission key. A transporter pattern. All right. Web gifts. Mission key. Claim. Y'all go pull your mission key if you've not done it yet. Helps out you and your alliance. Go check how I am on that board. Mission key is down here. So I have 9 days left to get 8 points, which I should be able to do. And then we've almost finished it out here in our alliance. So that's good. That's good. What are you doing here? Okay, I accidentally sent you away, so you might as well go ahead and dock. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. I accidentally sent you away. That was an oopsie on Rev. Look at spend mirror research more as mirror barrier researches. Super helpful for the expense. I mean, I would say that the mirror research tree is really, really good. Yes. Oh, that was a lot of artifacts. I guess it really depends on what you're looking for. Let me upgrade these real quick because my brain gets distracted easy. There's more isolated defense for PvP. A scale replica. Mateo, thank you so much. And if y'all do want to subscribe or support, they're the donate links. I realize that not everybody can, but PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, they take the least amount of, they take a smaller cut. So thank y'all to all those who support. I greatly appreciate it. Ooh, research speed boosting. That's nice. Especially for what I'm doing now. And get me a Horgon. And I don't think, yeah, I didn't unlock anything. That's fine. And then I have to pull this. And pull this. Is Captain to be Kira or addition to Picard? I would say addition. Her officer ability being more valuable. There we go. Get the isolated defense for interceptors up. And all those would have helped my overall power. All right, that's good. Now we need to speed up these researches. Yes, confirm. I hate blowing through Latinum, but this is what happens. I plan for it. I plan for it. So it all works out. And I also need to speed up one of these buildings because we are going to upgrade this. And when we upgrade it, we'll actually be able to do another claim for Liquid Trillium D. So that's good. All right, so I'm going to speed this up. Give myself a new PC. I'm very jealous, Zero. It's about that time for me, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year, maybe next year. But I'm getting around that same time because it is a lot between the editing and the streaming. Computers require lots and lots of stuff. Got your level 59 hangar started? Heck yeah, Elvin, congrats. That's awesome. All right, I don't need the cloak ones right now. I'll do anything that just gives me regular ores. Yeah, there we go. Let's do these real quick. because I have plenty of uncommons thanks to the Bajoran faction. Rares are where I have my issues. I do need to do this though. Base efficient for your Klingon battleship parts. That's going to be huge for the Vorchop. Be huge for the Vorchop. Because that one's not limited to just 4-star ships. Let me go ahead and do that so I don't forget about it. And I'm going to see what the points are for my leaderboard right now. For this Kira leaderboard. Rank 1 is only 8 million. Yeah. Last week it was 40-something million. Why does Dry Dock E take 2,000 2-star crystal to build? Always has. We try to warn people about it as it's coming up. We try to let people know, but it always has. Yeah, it's a pretty good leaderboard. So I am going to make some pushes. This is probably the weekend that I just go ahead and hit 51. This is probably it. Go ahead and swap. The weekend that we hit 51. Or at least start 51. I don't know if I'll actually hit it, but I'm going to at least start the 51. We got another one going? We do. All right. Oh, never mind. That was 6 minutes ago. I'll go ahead and recall. Yeah, I'm 139966, so. So let's see me venture into it. Well, I've already done G5 once, but this time doing G5 will be much more enjoyable. So I'm looking for, this one will be more fun. Let's put it that way. This time will be a lot more fun. Hope G5 is fun when I get there next year. I mean, G5 is a lot more fun now than it was. I can already tell you that. G5 is more fun now than it used to be. Let's just go ahead and upgrade this. We've only got 2 pieces left on our NX-01. And that pushed us over the 140 mark. So now I've got no more excuses. All my milestones have been achieved. Now I have no more excuses. No reason to just sit around. What the heck? Chat. I have the strongest base in the world. I got the strongest base in the world. All right, it's time for a reboot. It's time for a reboot. Yikes. It's time for a reboot. I'm like, what? Time for a reboot. Oh, man. Possibly to now jump 49 and start art, enjoying it a little more. Daily events are now worth doing. Shame it's event store month, so can't get the extra mats. That's why I saved a treasury. So I could get those mats if I went 51 this month. If I did the treasury. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. All right, where do these actually get sent? All right, they definitely got sent to the wrong area. All right, so you can actually come home now. Actually get recalled. Ay, ay, ay. And you actually do need to go back up in here. So get back into that rare formata. Does it make sense to prevent celebrate rep until I'm ready to move in a 4-star? I mean, it does, honestly, just to make your dailies easier. Just so your dailies don't become way too difficult to complete. That'd be the only real logic, though. Like, I don't think it's going to kill you, but it's nice to just kind of have things be doable. So, go home gun cannon hates you. Fair. I mean, you gotta remember, when this whole thing started, I lost 7 times in a row to the go home gun. It was terrible. It was terrible. Let's see what currency I'm up to now. I'm at 134,000 currency. Ooh, I need to pull this. Oh. Come on, rare directives. Game hates me. Game officially hates me. Potatoes are too hard for you by the time you're 38, 39, you're behind. Maybe true, but again, ways to measure yourself and measure your account. Ways to measure yourself and your account. Well, look, y'all, we're an hour and a half in. I'm going to wrap up for the day. I will be on Discord. I will be on Facebook, Reddit, all the other things. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being who you are, and I will catch you tomorrow.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.